the last session class, which was actually lecture 8, we were completed with lecture number 8. Now we will be starting with lecture 9, and we'll do half of the learning outcome number 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's begin with it. It states, be able to make recommendations for responsible business practice. Now, whenever we talk about recommendations, recommend, this means we are going to talk about both the aspects, that is negative and positive. And this is specifically for the business practices. Responsible business practices are crucial for the ensuring ethical, sustainable, and socially responsible operations. Now, again, all the points which we are going to discuss in lecture 9 under the heading LO3, they are all from your indicative content, which is right underneath the roadmap. Secondly, the business practices are specifically concerned for the ethical practices, whether everything is going according to or abided by the ethical standards and norms of the culture and society. Then being sustainable, the factor of sustainability. Assalamu alaikum, Ilham. How are you?
Walaikum assalam, Miss. I'm
Ethical sourcing and supply chain management. Now, these both of the components are different. So we are going to take it step by step. First, ensure transparency and ethical standards throughout the supply chain. Supply chain means the relation, the people who are involved from the raw material of the XYZ product, that the primary source, till the product reaches to the final customer, that is the end division. The whole process, the people, the commodities which are going to be inculcated in supply chain, that is the whole process is known as supply chain. From sourcing raw materials to delivering the final product. See, consider partnerships with the suppliers who adhere for the labor practices and environmentally sustainable methods. Now, to inculcate the CSR in the response of ethical sourcing and supply chain management, we need to see whether from wherever we are taking our raw material, the people, the supplier, whether he is abiding by the law or not. Environmental sustainability. Implement eco-friendly practices to reduce the environmental impact of your operation. This may involve using renewable energy sources, reducing waste, recycling materials, and adopting sustainable packaging solutions. Now, for making things more sustainable environmentally, what we can do is we can opt for these things. Like we can go for the solar systems, we can use wind power, and so on, water energy, then energy from the waste resources, that's possible. Then reducing waste, try to be more, comprehensive by making the waste out. Then recycling materials, encourage using recycled clothes, recycled furniture, the mainly things, plastic, etc., and adopting the practices which are for the packaging solutions, like the one which are prolonged for a longer period of time. First, people used to use the plastic bags quite commonly, even today as well. But slowly and gradually, people have accepted the factor of recycling, and we are using the jute bags, the paper bags, and with that, we're using the cloth bags as well while we do shopping from the grocery stores. Then we have CSR. It engages in the initiatives that contribute to the welfare of the society and the environment. This could include supporting the local communities, promoting employee volunteering programs, and investing in the social and environmental projects that align with their company's values. So whenever we build up the company and organization, we do have the objectives, mission statements, goals, and ambitions of the organizations. So whenever we are talking about the CSR, we need to see whether we are taking decisions which are according to the company desire, rather than moving ahead or taking step somewhere else. Then diversity and inclusion. Foster a diverse and inclusive work environment by promoting equality, providing equal opportunities for all employees regardless of their backgrounds. Encourage of diversity in hiring practices, ensure fair pay and benefits, and provide training programs that provide or promote inclusivity. Now, whenever we talk about diversity inclusion, it means we are not going to apprehend our sources in one commodity or in one sector. We are going to diversify our risk so that we can mitigate the element of risk factor. With that, what we can do is We can hire different employees from different backgrounds, from different ethnicity as well. Inclusivity being prior, being different. Ethical marketing and advertisement or advertising. Uphold ethical standards in marketing and advertisement by avoiding deceptive practices. So when the people who do the fraudulent activities, that's totally unacceptable. Ensuring transparency in messaging and promoting products and services truthfully and responsibly. That is, you're going to be quite sincere with whatever the task or practice you're taking in the organization. You have to be way too loyal. There is no room for ambiguity, no room for deceptive practices. Avoid any misleading or manipulative advertisement techniques as well. That is, you are making the product quite popular, doing sponsorship, doing the billboard advertisement, but in reality, the product is not of that quality, or it doesn't look like that. Then what's do you go ahead for it? And this too happens in the developing nations mostly. Then stakeholder engagement. Stakeholders are the people who are in the organization taking different decisions at different times. And with that, there are two types of stakeholders too, internal and external. The one which have the control if in the inside organization, and the other external is the people who are associated with the outside factors. Now, it builds strong relationships with the stakeholders, including employees, consumers, investors, and local communities. Actively seek and consider their feedback and integrate it into your business strategies to ensure that your practices align with their needs and expectations. So, whatever the task, whatever the decisions you are taking, you need to see whether you are engaging properly the stakeholders, both the kinds. Transparency and accountability. Practice transparency in reporting your business activities, financial performance, sustainability initiatives, provide regular updates on your progress towards achieving sustainability goals, and share any challenges and setbacks along the way. Now, just like being opaque, being truthful to your employer, to the organization, we need to be transparent with each and every activity which we are doing in the organization, because the chances of doing fraudulent activities or making black money is very easy in these kinds of organization, which encourages CSR. Because when we incorporate CSR in the business, our profit, the short-term profit, it actually quite gets disseminated. Because when you launch or you adhere with the CSR practices, it means you're not going to gain short-term benefits. Long-term thinking, that is being sustainable. Shift the focus from short-term gains to long-term sustainability and impact. Develop strategies that consider the long-term effects of the business decisions on the environment, society, and the company's overall reputation. Again, it's not for 1 year, it's not for 2 years or 6 months, it's going to be more than 5 years. This is why we are ailing the factor of sustainability in the CSR or other practices which we are there in the organization for the daily practice use. Is LO1 clear to you people? LO3, sorry, the heading, main heading.
Yeah, it's very clear, miss.
It's clear? All right. 3.1, review. This means talking about the negative, positive aspects, giving a detailed answer of the CSR policy for specific business. Specific business means definitely we're going to have some sort of kind of business like manufacturing, financial business, hospitality, tourist business. These are the types of businesses. And these are going to be mentioned in your indicative content, but we are going to shape the lecture and assignment according to the assignment brief. And if you remember too, you people are only allowed to review and talk about, for the example purpose, only small, medium enterprises. We're not going to give examples of big companies, large corporations, or multinational, because it gets difficult for you to tackle as well. And you cannot find the weaknesses of the big companies. Okay. Now these are the links, and this is an activity as well, which will I'll be discussing in the next class, inshallah. It's a link which states that you are going to read it, and we will be providing a summary of it to me. Is it clear? It's not difficult at all. It's just an activity
Yes.
which we will be conducting. It's like you need to just read the link which is in front of you people and write a summary of it. That is just to make the understanding of the assessment criteria easy for you people, because LO3 is important equally, like LO2 and LO1. Okay?
Okay, miss.
Yeah. Right. Let's start with it. Today's organizations are implementing extensive CSR programs, with many companies dedicating C-level executive roles and entire departments to social and environmental initiatives. These executives are commonly referred to as Chief Officer of the CSR or the Chief Sustainability Officer. So, C-level executive roles means that we're going to talk about the Chief Sustainability Officer or the Chief Officer. These are the people who actually inculcate the CSR practices into the organization. Because it's not easy to adhere with the practice of CSR, it takes a lot of energy and time. There are many types of CSR, and CSR might look different for each organization, but at the end, the good is always the same. That's do well by being good or by doing good. The main goal is always this, that we need to spread the positivity and the goodness in the environment, in to the surroundings. But the strategies, the techniques, the methods, they're always different in according to the types of organization. Companies that embrace CSR aim to maintain profitability while supporting a larger purpose. That's it must be clear to you till now that you cannot gain a short-term profit when we are talking about the CSR. It takes time, but once you start getting the profit, you start getting the goodwill, a good reputation in the market, in the industry, everything goes very smooth for you. All right. Rather than simply focusing on generating profit or the bottom line, socially responsible companies are concerned with the triple bottom line, which considers the impact the business decisions have on the profit, people, and the planet. Triple bottom line is a very important aspect. If you remember, we studied in this part of LO1. It's in the definition of CSR that whenever we talk about triple bottom line and CSR, we are ultimately talking about the profit, the people, and the planet associated with it. Okay. Now,
Yes,
these are the
clear,
five.
miss.
Now we will be talking about five CSR examples. The first one is Legos, commitment to sustainability. This is an organization, right? It's one of the most reputable companies in the world. Lego aims to not only help children develop through creative play, but foster a healthy planet. Lego is the first and only toy company to be named as World Wildlife Fund Climate Savers Partner, marking its pledge to reduce its carbon impact. The people, the human, they produce carbon dioxide with methane, which is a disaster for the world. And to curb that situation, we always encourage afforestation to have maximum level of oxygen. And its commitment to sustainability extends beyond its partnership. By 2030, the toy maker plans to use environmentally friendly materials to produce all of its core products and packaging, and it's already taken key steps to achieve that goal as well.